Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Tapo Vidya Viratya Sadgunam Vadiraja Guru Vande Vadiraja Guru Vande Hayagriva Shraya Namaste to everybody. I am extremely happy that Vedic Wellness University has organized such a remarkable program like Nadotsava and Nrityotsava. The word Nada itself is so beautiful to hear. And coming to the point, music is always spiritual. Especially because I have come across all systems of music in the entire world. I don't disrespect any system, any form in the world. But I can say with so much of confidence, Indian classical music is the only form which is so spiritual. Then what is spirituality? Why you need spirituality is a basic question that arises here. Yes, we need spirituality in the present situation. Otherwise, we may lose our art and culture if we don't have a spiritual attitude. Then what is spirituality? How can you think of spirituality in music? What is spirituality means in my own self-experience, spirituality is a way of life. It's a way of life. We expect a peaceful and meaningful life. To lead a peaceful and meaningful life, we need spirituality, which can be got through music very easily. Is it possible to become a spiritual person, or can you say that all musicians are spiritual? No, impossible. No chance. There are two types of music here. One is a platform music, where naturally a musician sings for the audience, he expects applause from them, he takes good remuneration, and he wants the reviews in the papers. Yes, these are all the materialistic desires. There's nothing wrong in it. And the music also will be excellently well. It will be very good. We have, we have come across so many legendary musicians who have performed so well, and we have been listening to their music. Yes, okay, fine. Then what? Then the other system, other type of music is spiritual music. This platform music is, the pleasure is only temporary. It's a pleasure. It's temporary. If you go out of the platform or if you go out of the auditorium, perhaps it may not last longer. But the spiritual music, it comes along with you. But to become a spiritual singer or a musician, it is very, very tough, very, very difficult. Number one, you should be devoid of materialistic desires. Number one, if you want to become a spiritual musician, true spiritual musician, you should be devoid of materialistic desires. You should be detached from the materialistic desires, which is very difficult for us. If you can only take at least 20% of the spirituality which is in the classical music form, I think that itself is really good. So the spiritual music, a spiritual person need not go to Himalayas or go for tapas. No. What I say is, the power he gains out of his sadhana in the music field, he will be able to propagate it, transform it to the common people. He gains that power through spirituality. So he can propagate it, can transform the whatever that has gained out of his sadhana through music. But it's a tough job to gain that, the power of spirituality. But if you don't sing with spirituality, yes, it becomes an entertaining performance. The Trinities are the torch bearers of spirituality. Tyagaraja, Dikshitar, Shama Shastri, they never performed anywhere, though there were platforms even in their times. They did not perform. All their life was full of meditation through music, spirituality through music. Tyagaraja spent all his time, 22 hours, in music. He was merged in music. Dikshitar spent all his time for the sake of music, spirituality. Shama Shastri's life, something wonderful. How they were able to gain this power by virtue of their sadhana. Even today, the Tyagaraja Kritis, Dikshitar Kritis and Shama Shastri Kritis, they take a very important place in our classical field in Carnatic music. Why means the Kritis have the spiritual power. They never believed in getting the popularity. Tyagaraja refused the wealth. Dikshitar refused the wealth. So they sang for the glory of Bhagavanta. The spiritual person must have the belief of Vedas, Shastras and Upanishads and all. They must believe in the existence of the supernatural power which always controls us. So coming to the musical aspect, ragas take a predominant role in expressing the spirituality. All ragas are good, yes, but how do you take it? How do you present it? He is the one which is very important. Suppose we take Kalyani. Kalyani everybody sings. But if you want to give the spiritual power to Kalyani through your voice, is not an easy job. The bhava, spiritual bhava itself is very difficult. intonations of my voice, the presentation of the swarasthanas, the merging with Shruti, sing with Bhava, it gives a spiritual color to the raga, which is very impactful on the mind and body of the listener. Again, I always reiterate the one-to-one teachings. Unless you go through the teaching through Gurukula, perhaps it will not be a successful one. Nowadays, things are changed. In fact, I was not interested in coming to the online discussions. I was not for it. But now, the occasion demands now, we have to change according to the situation. That's why I have come. Otherwise, I don't have any interest in this type of programs. But still, when you utter the term Veda, I was attracted by it because my father was a Vedic scholar. So he lived with Vedas. He led his whole life through Vedas. So because of this word Veda and wellness, that is a very attractive word. That's why I came through online and I am doing this. Otherwise, I had no interest because I always believe in one-to-one teachings and Gurukula system. I like. Even today, I don't do any online classes.
We are very honored, sir.
Online classes, I will not do it. Any amount of money you give, I don't care. Because Dikshitra said, Hiranmayim Lakshmi Sada Bhajami Hinamanavashrayam Tyajami Hiranmayim Lakshmi Sada Bhajami Lakshmi Bhajami. I always apply this principle of Dikshita in my life. I don't care even if you give 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, but if you give money, you take it. I don't say that. But I will never budge to the offers like this. Tyagaraja refused. He said, Nidhi chala sukhama, Ramani sannidhi seva sukhama. So always Gurukula system. See, when my father used to teach Vedas, no books, nothing. He used to teach just like that. He had memorized 7 kandas of Yajurveda. You ask him any corner of Yajurveda, he used to chant. That is our culture. And he never opened his eyes at all. He used to chant. I want the music also to be like this. We should practice music like Vedas. Please believe in Vedas. Please follow the Veda system, even music also. Don't get disturbed by the other aspects of field. Be the magnetic field of musical notes. They supply you energy. Why Abdul Kalam, he was interested in music. I sang before me Endaro Mahan Babu. He requested to sing. I sang it. He was jumping with joy. Why? Venkatraman President, he wanted my music. Pranab Mukherjee, he wanted classical music. He was very specific, it should be spiritual. I don't know how he took it, but he was very happy when I presented some kritis of Dikshita. So like this, the ragas, the kritis, the swaras, They are all spiritual. But how we present it, how we give it is very important. Unless you have this spiritual mind to music, it is ineffective. Definitely it is ineffective. See, I have been doing sadhana, still I am not happy. I am not able to take the complete spiritual factors in my music, but whatever that I have taken is very much appreciated by the listeners. The way I put it, the way I practice or I sing in my concerts. I am appealing to Almighty, sustaining on Shadjam. I am appealing. That appealing has to come through the music. There is no Sahitya here. But how do you express your feeling, inner feeling, the spiritual feeling by virtue of music? All our trinities have given in abundant. So unless a musician is in the direction of spirituality, I am sure that the music will be ineffective and it will not be impactful. Yes, he may get money or he may get in the newspapers, he may get good reviews, he may be a very good performer. Okay, that's all, yes, it is in the other side. But if you take the spiritual aspects of music, it is very, very difficult to gain, to acquire that factor in our music. See the simple factor, Purandara, Lambodara, Lakubikara, Amba Sutta, Amara Vinuta, Lambodara, Lakubikara, Shri Gananatha, Shri Gananatha Sindhuravarna Karuna Sagara Karivadana Lambodara Lakubikara. Here I have surrendered myself to Bhagavanta, to Swami, to Ganapati, or to Rama, or to Meenakshi, Kamakshi, whatever may be the deity you feel like. But there is a surrender bhava. The spirituality is, it always tells you surrender yourself to Bhagavanta, Almighty, then your music gets elevated. Unless your music gets elevated, but why do you want spirituality in music? You may ask, I am getting good money, I am getting good name, I am getting Padma Shri, I am getting Padmanabha. Why do you want spirituality, you may say? But please note that after you, nobody will be there. If you want your name to be permanent in the field of music, you should teach to your students. You must have the band of students. Unless you have disciples, you are nobody. You are forgotten. As long as you are there, your name will be there. Afterwards, you are forgotten. That's why to teach or to train a disciple is not so easy. It's not so easy. Unless you have the power to transform your Vidvat to your student, you must have that spiritual power. Otherwise, he can't understand. I have taught around 700 students, disciples, the Navavarna Kritis of Dikshitar. Can you ever think about it? Navavarna Kritis were very tough. The Prayaga is tough, the Vastu is tough, the Sancharas is tough, and Rag Bhava is tough. Still now we are able to sing 900 disciples, we can sing Navavarnas, Navagraha Kritis of Dikshitar. And Chaturdash Ragamalika of Muthuswami Dikshitar, Pancharatna Kritis of Tyagaraja Swami, Swarajatis of Shyamu Shastri. It is not so easy. But whenever I teach, they will be able to grasp what I tell or what I sing. This you can gain only when you gain the spiritual power. So, the music, the classicality, the classicism gets spread if you have the spiritual aspect in your music. That's why I am happy that Vedic Wellness University has taken this very seriously to bring back our old tradition of Gurukula system. Nowadays, it is very difficult, to think about Gurukula, it is very tough. But even now, we can have Gurukula system. Not necessarily that the disciple should stay in your house. Not necessarily. I am doing Gurukula system with pleasure. So there is a success in it, in Gurukula system. I can teach really very tough compositions, Pallavis and all in Gurukula system itself only. So whenever the aspect of money comes, all these problems will come. Now it has become so commercial. For one class, 1,000 rupees, maybe around 60 minutes. If it exceeds 1 minute, for every minute, 10 rupees. This is the way now what we are seeing. This is a very unfortunate situation that we are undergoing now. Music should not be sold like this. Why Tyagaraja, what did he say? నటవిట క్షుద్రులు వనితలు స్వవశమౌటకు ఉపదేశించి సంత సిల్లి స్వరలయంబులెరుంగకను శిలాత్ములై సుభక్తులకు సమానమును దుడుకుగల నన్నే దొరకొడకు బ్రోచురా he says. Don't make music a commercial. He says in his address in Pancharatna Kritis దుడుకుగల నన్నే దొరకొడకు నటవిట క్షుద్రులు వనితలు స్వవశమౌటకు. If you want to win the hearts of these ugly people, you are selling your music. Don't do that. Tyagaraja says. So then how we should be? Tyagaraja himself says that how we should lead our life. I don't say taking money is, I don't say it is not, I don't say it is incorrect. You may take, you may not take, that is different. It is left to you. But the word fees for music is very tough to listen. How can you pay fees to music, I say? Can you give? I teach you Indra Mohan Bhavlu, it lasts long for your whole life. If you give 500 rupees to me, tomorrow it is over for Kothambari Soppo. So don't utter the word fees for the classical music. If you want to help your teacher, okay, do it in a different way, no problem. Or even if he takes money, no problem. Because if a musician takes it as a profession, he has to live. Okay, I accept that. But there is a limit even for that also. So unless you have spiritual mind and aspect, you can't lead a very healthy life. So for me, music is everything. I swallow music, I eat music, I hear music, I breathe music. Music is everything for me. Though I look very orthodox, I am not orthodox. Pasting the ganda on my forehead, it doesn't mean that I am spiritual. No. That's why Chagraj says, Vegalechi nita munugi bhuti pushi Vegalenchi vreliki slagani ulai Teliyaleru Rama Bhakti Margamunu Teliyaleru Pasting vibhuti on my forehead, it doesn't reflect that I am spiritual or I am God-fearing. It's only for show, that's all. I am doing it for fashion, that's all.
Sir,
But
can I ask one small question here?
yeah.
So a lot of us speak about, a spiritual growth through meditation, through chakras, through Kundalini Shakti and all. I would like to ask you about this aspect, how we can enhance our Kundalini Shakti or our sadhana through music. And,
Yes,
I would,
well, I can understand. But I am not very much well versed with this aspect. But for me, music, say I am sitting like this now. I can sit like this for 3 hours. 3 hours I can sing. I sit like this. I don't bend. I sit like this. How does it come? So all your chakras are activated.
yeah,
When I sing, all your chakras, they get activated, keep me fit. Even now I can consume 10 ambudes. You don't know ambude? I can sit like this, I can sing for 3 hours, I can speak for 3 hours. How does it come? It comes by the sadhana of my musical singing. So what I do, I don't do just like this. I don't sit. See the bhavas of my activity. Ta-da-da. See my hand. Na, na. See my face. Ta-da. I am so happy. Ta-da. Ta-da. I am not thinking anything other than Begada. My focus is only on Begada. My focus is only on the raga. My focus is only on the divinity of the music. My focus is only on the spirituality of the raga. Na, ra, na, na. I will change the raga now. Ta, da, na, 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 ra. How I can change? I was singing Begada, I am singing Todi. I am better than a computer. Da, da, la, la, na, la, ra, ra. Na, na, ra. Karapriya. Da, da, re, na, la, na, na, la. Athana. Da, da, ra, na, 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 la, ra. Maya Malagola. Tadara na 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 lo tadara na ra 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 Riti Gola. Na la 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 Kedar Gola. Tadara na 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 ra Anand Bhairavi. Tadara Shankarabharana. Tadara na 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 Kambodi, which raga you want now? Tell me.
No, because see, I as a person, I am not a classical singer. I don't know classical music,
Not necessarily.
but I definitely use it in my meditation. When I sit for meditation, I like ragas. So I'm generally speaking from the audience point of view, because we use classical music, whether we are a classical musician or not, we use classical music in our daily life. And there are Westerners also who would like to know our culture, who would like to know how they can get introduced to this. So from the layman point of view, I just wanted to uh, share this aspect
I
with you.
am very happy that you don't know music. If you know music, your thinking, your focus will be on the Raga Sanchara. You don't enjoy the purity of notes. So better to be a good listener to gain very effective strength and power through music, that too for meditation. See, music is the best meditation. That's what I don't do any puja, I don't go to much temples, but I am not against it. But there is no need. Music everything for me.
Right.
Music is everything. I don't do any puja. Music itself is a puja for me. Because I sing for the glory of Almighty every day. I sing for Bhagavati, I sing for Rama, I sing for Vishnu. What else is required? So, for meditation, you need music, but it should be good music. Otherwise, you become negative. So, you must have good music to your meditation. Don't worry about all other grammatical aspects of music. Just listen as the collection of notes. That's all. Which will be very soothing to your mind and body. That is what is required for a meditation. I am very happy to say that all musicians have the benefit of doing meditation without sitting for meditation for itself. Because when we sing, that itself is a meditation for me. See,
I
now
think right now we are all in the meditation this one only. Because
so
it all
in general, I always reiterate that Vedas and music must be made compulsory in all educational systems. The present government, yes, I know, it is difficult, but still, one day I want to see that compulsory for all students, because for their own good. See, Vedas are Om Gananaham Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashranman Odibhisida Sadhanam. See the Udatta Anudatta there. That is our Mula. Vedas are Mula to music. So unless you have that, because now we have around 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 compositions. We can't remember. So many compositions are there. There are so many Vedic Vidwans who can recite Vedas, all Vedas, Rug, Yajush, Yajushaka, and also Atharvana Veda and Sama Vedas. They don't need any book. How they got it? By the virtue of their sadhana. So music is also like that. I don't think of other raga when I sing one raga. This is Todi. Now I am merged in Todi. Because I am the ardent devotee of Vadiraja, I am seeing Vadiraja there. I am getting the picture of Vadiraja. This is the benefit you derive out of spiritual music. Unless you have this approach, Kriti is also spiritual. Everything is spiritual in especially Carnatic music. I admire this great system which gives everything for you. If you want Vedanta, you will get. If you want voice culture, you will get. If you want social reformation, you get. What do you want? ಅರುಣೋದಯದಲೆದ್ದು ಅತಿ ಸ್ನಾನಗಳ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೆರಳೆಣಿಸಿದೆ ಅದರ ನಿಜವರಿಯದೆ ಚರಣ ಸಾಷ್ಟಾಂಗವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ನಾದಣಿದೆನೋ ವಿಠಲ ವಿಠಲ ನಾ ಚರಣ ಸಾಷ್ಟಾಂಗವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ದಣಿದೆನೋ ಹರಿನಿಲ್ನ ಕರುಣಾ ಕಟಾಕ್ಷವಾಗದನಕ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದರೇನು ಭವಹಿಂಗದು. ಪುರಂದರ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅರುಣೋದಯಲೆದ್ದು. If you just prostrate before God, you will only sweat, that's all. Unless you have the spiritual aspect in your prayer, nothing is good, he says. Purandara says like this, Manashuddhi illadavage mantrada phalavenu. Unless your heart is clean, your mind is clean, how do you get spirituality? Make your mind clean. Even if you chant Vedic hymns, it is of no use. Unless your mind and body is clean. Manashuddhi illadavage mantrada phalavenu. Tanu shuddhi illadavage tirthada phalavenu. You take tirtha 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waste. Nindalli phalavenu ಶ್ರೀಶೈಲದ ಕಾಗೆಯಂತೆ ಹೊರಗೆ ಮಿಲ್ದು. Yes, you are doing snanadis with Mysore sandal and other things. Okay, fine. Apply perfume, good powder. Okay, fine. That is external. ಹೊರಗೆ ಮಿಂದು ಒಳಗೆ ಮೀಯದವರ ಕಂಡು ನಗುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ನಮ್ಮ ಪುರಂದರ. Unless you are clean inside, whatever you do is a waste. So to keep your inside clean, you must have spirituality. Unless you have that, your music will be futile. It may give some temporary pleasure to you, but that is not permanent. It's not permanent. So focus on the spiritual aspects of music and do sadhana. You cannot get it just overnight. Yeah, it's a big process. I took almost 35 years to understand what is music. 35 years. Now I am 70. I am completing 73 years. Day after tomorrow, 26th September. Even now I can sing. I can talk. I can give concert for 3 hours because my mind is towards spirituality of music. I am not worried about my this body and my mind and body. They are always cooperate themselves to keep me fit. So I have been working very hard to make my music impactful to common man. I am telling common man. There is no need to sing before the elite audience. Even elite audience, they are not spiritual. They may also have the just clap and go. The taste differs from person to person. That is different. But one can understand which is spiritual, which is not spiritual, which is so the music contains the abundant value of spiritual content. That now we don't understand now. The present situation is like that. Everything
Both
is
are
money.
intertwined.
Everything is money, 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 money. Whether a person has samskara or not, if he gives fees, okay, fine. Come, every day you come, because for every class, 1,000 rupees. So one person gives 10,000 rupees. Why not? No. That is one way of, that is different. It's a materialistic life. That is one side. I am talking about the other side of our life. The other side of our life. Yes, must have money. You must lead a peaceful life. You must lead a happy life. Yes, those things I accept. But whatever that is needed for my comfortable life, afterwards, you think of this.
Very nice, sir.
Definitely. Think of this. Think in this direction. Practice sadhana. Do sadhana. Rakshasa sadhana is not going to help you. Sadhana, there is a way of sadhana. If you just sit for meditation for 2.5 hours, if you simply sit for 2.5 hours, it is no use. No use. Where you are focusing, what you are doing, where is your mind, where is your body, all these things really factor so much. So in music also, when I practice, I don't practice for the sake of the concert. I practice for the sake of music. So if I practice for my music, automatically it comes in my concert. So if I focus on my concert, it will confine to some portion, that's all, because I want to impress people, that's all. If they applaud, I am happy. So it's a very small portion. You are focusing. I don't do that. I will go vast. I will go in a very spiritual way, in my own way, in my own thinking. Then whatever I have do sadhana, everything will not come on the platform. Only very portion of my sadhana will come on the platform. But that is sufficient. Again, I am telling you, 20% of the musical spirituality is achieved, you are very happy. 20%, that is sufficient. Because the way in which I present the music, it will be definitely different from others. So, if I utter the word spiritual, all these youngsters, spiritual and all, they are all old people, I say. It is not for youngsters like that. It's only if you are cast 70, then you should think of all these things. Now, no, please don't think like that. If you want to score good marks in your career, in your academic career, be spiritual in your life. Not necessarily music, because today's subject is music, I am telling you music. Be spiritual in your life. Then your performance will be definitely better than others. This I have seen. All my students are all MTech, MBAs, and engineers. They all have scored in distinction. They have come out in distinction. How is that possible? So music will not come in the way of their academic career. But the focus is on spirituality of music. So what I tell youngsters is be spiritual, believe in Vedas and Upanishads, have trust in Bhagavad Gita, have trust in gurus. Now the term guru has a different meaning now. What guru? Well, let us go to film. That guru has come now. No. Guru Kripa Leka, Hari Kripa Galguna, is what Vasudevacharya says. Unless you have the Guru Kataksham, you cannot have the darshan of Narayana, Sri Hari. So that Gurukula, Guru system, Guru Spita, something very great. Have faith and trust in your Guru. Please be careful while choosing a Guru. Everybody cannot gurus. A teacher is not a Guru. A Upadhyaya is not a Guru. Gurusthana is very, very responsible. He is not just teaching you music. He is interested in your overall development of your life. If you have head weight, even if you are a good performer, a guru doesn't like it. He discards you. So be careful while choosing a guru. After choosing a guru, have faith in him. This is our system. This is our ancient culture. This is our Indian heritage. This is our Indian culture.
Thank you very much, sir. Very nice.
So I am very happy because I will go on talking. I am very happy to address the audience, giving more focus on the spirituality of music. This is going to help the
We
human.
definitely want to have you as our esteemed guide also for our research students, sir, because we have multidisciplinary approach.
Sure. Definitely, I am going to do it. I thank you very much. And if it is good, if what I have presented or what I have spoken is good, it's
Very
only
much
because of
valuable, sir. Yeah,
Sadhguru Vajraja's feet. I dedicate this. I'm happy you organize more and more programs like this. Attach spiritual value for everything. Attach the culture for everything. Attach the Vedic system in everything. Attach the Gurukula system in everything. Then I will be the happiest person. I want to see a day where a doctor prescribes to listen to Karara Priya or Bhairavi or Ananda Bhairavi for any ailments.
That is the
I want to
direction we are going, sir.
I want to see that. So it is possible unless we give proper value for this great system of Indian classical music. So thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank